Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nagalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce with Finance in Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. I am here to explain a concept, Introduction to Cost Accounting in the course Cost and Management Systems. Now we are here to understand what is the meaning of cost. First, before going into the concept cost accounting, we have to know the basis of this. So first we are going to see what is meant by cost. So cost means it's the expenditure incurred in manufacturing a product or a service or providing a service. So that is we have to see something is included in the cost. So cost includes the expenses on materials, labors and other charges required to complete an activity. See, there is one example given for the term cost. Okay, so cost is not just the price paid, but it includes future obligations and indirect expenses. We can see what is the example given to understand the term cost. So a furniture is to be manufactured. So that manufacturer spends something to make a furniture. What he has to buy the wood, that is material, raw material. Next, he has to pay the salary as labor for carpentry work. Then extra, that is miscellaneous expenses related to the cost, that is related to the manufacture, that is paying rent, paying electricity charges. Okay, so here see, for manufacturing a furniture, wood, that is the material that is incurred is 10,000 rupees. Likewise, labor, that is carpenter's salary includes 8,000 rupees, and the electricity and rent paid under the head overheads is 2,000. So the total cost incurred in manufacturing a furniture is 20,000. That is 10,000 plus 8,000, 18,000 plus 2,000, 20,000. So this total cost becomes the basis for pricing the furniture. So this 20,000 is not the selling price. It is the expenses incurred in manufacturing the furniture. So here we have to include the profit so that we can have the selling price. This is what about cost. Now we are supposed to know what is meant by costing. So costing is nothing but a technique or the process for determining the cost of a product or the service rendered. It is said to be costing. So costing is nothing but what technique or the process used by us in order to determine the cost is said to be costing. So it involves, so the costing involves collection, classification, analysis and allocation of expenses to calculate the cost of production. So so we have to collect what are all the expenses incurred. So we have to split that. What comes under material, what comes under labor, what comes under overheads. We have to allocate the expenses for each and everything. So in order to find out the cost of production. So here the technique or the process involved in determining the cost is said to be costing. So there is an example given. Costing is not an example, a formula given. Costing is equal to nothing but methods, techniques and the process to find out the cost is said to be costing. So the costing includes what? Different types of costing is there. Job costing, process costing, batch costing, contract costing, unit costing, etc. So there are various types of costing methods used for various types of production or anything. That is said to be costing methods. Now we are into the next concept, cost accounting. So cost accounting is nothing but it is a branch of accounting that is like financial accounting, management accounting, corporate accounting, partnership accounting. Here it is also a type, the branch of accounts, but it deals with recording, classifying, allocating and controlling cost. So purely control basis on cost, we will record, we will classify, we will allocate and control. So that type of branch of accounting is said to be cost accounting. Okay, so by using this cost accounting, we can determine the total cost incurred for the total production, and we can also determine per unit cost of one product. Okay, so here this cost accounting helps the management in various ways. In what ways? In fixing selling price, in controlling wastages, in improving efficiency, and to maintain the cost records. Okay, an example is given for that. What is an example? A textile unit keeps separate records of cotton, wages, store consumption, repair charges, etc. This allows them to calculate the exact cost of 1 meter cloth. So, a textile unit has everything separately. That is how much raw materials they are buying, what is the wages they are paying, what are the how the stores are maintained, how much repair charges incurred for the manufacturing, that is the machinery. So here these separate records will be helpful for the easy calculation of the total cost of the product, as well as to determine the exact cost of 1 meter cloth. This is what about cost accounting. Now we are moving into the cost accountancy. Cost accountancy is nothing but cost accounting plus cost control plus cost management is said to be cost accountancy. So it's a wider concept. It is not a narrow concept. It is a wider concept. It determines cost. It controls cost. It assists the management through reports and statements. So it's a very, very important concept, cost accountancy. Okay, so ultimate aim of the management is to earn profit. So earning profit to the maximum depends upon the determining of cost, controlling of the cost, and it helps in assisting the management for taking the decisions by providing reports and statements regarding cost. Okay, see the objectives given. So to ensure management uses cost data for decision making. Next, what we are going to see is the scope of cost accounting. What is the scope of cost accounting? Cost accounting is very useful in every phase of business, that is every stages of business. The scope includes cost ascertainment, cost control, cost reduction, cost reporting, inventory control, decision making. So now we can see what is meant cost ascertainment. So calculating what is the exact cost of manufacturing a product or for rendering a service. That is cost ascertainment. Cost control means reducing cost by monitoring the wages. Unwanted wastages is to be stopped so that we can earn profit. Cost reduction, something can be reduced, that is improvement in efficiency to reduce cost permanently. Next, cost reporting, that is reports are prepared for the management to take decisions. Next, inventory control, stores, stock, wastage control comes under the term inventory control. Decision making purely in the hands of the management, how to make or buy a product, that is the spare parts needed for our manufacturing, whether we can manufacture that spare parts or we can buy, how to that is fix the price, that is how much profit we can get, that is we can add with our cost. product mix, everything, the main thing about the organization, its process, everything vested in the hands of the management, and it depends upon the proper decision making. So these are the scope of cost accounting. We can see the objectives. Objectives is nothing, already what we seen. So the cost accounting helps in determining the total cost and per unit cost to control expenditures, avoid wastages, assisting in fixing selling price, providing costing data for planning and decision making, to provide profitability, to estimate future cost. That is helps in making budgeting. The advantages: helps to ascertain product cost accurately, control material and labor wastage, facilitates price fixations, helps in budget preparation, improves efficiency of departments, useful for decision making. Everything comes under advantages. Likewise, for each and everything has advantages. As like that, there will be some limitations. So cost accounting also have limitations, like requires more clerical work, it involves high cost. Likewise, not suitable for very small organizations. Results depends upon estimation assumptions. No standard format like financial accounting is there in cost accounting. Time consuming to maintain detailed records. Now we are going to see the difference between cost accounting and financial accounting. So cost accounting, record for financial transactions. Here cost, that is financial accounting, on the basis of objectives, it is a record for financial transactions. For cost accounting, that is, its main aim is to determine the cost and control the cost. Nature: financial accounting, it is historical in nature, but cost accounting is future, present, past, it includes everything. Reporting: so as per for financial accounting, the report is for external users like shareholders, bankers, creditors, like that. That is for external people. It's that is the profit and loss account, balance sheet, everything is for external users. But cost accounting, it is for fully for internal management to take decisions. Period. Financial accounting, once in a year we will prepare and we will summarize, but cost accounting, it is continuous and detailed. Focus: so financial accounting focus on profit and financial status, but cost accounting focuses on cost and that is for the improvement of the efficiency. This is what are the difference between cost accounting and financial accounting. Likewise, we are going to see the difference between cost accounting and management accounting. So here the focus on of the cost accounting is for cost determination and control, as we know, as we have seen that earlier. Like with management accounting, it is purely decision making and strategic planning. Data source for the cost accounting is based on the cost and accounting data, but management accounting gets the data source from financial accounting, cost accounting, economic data, everything. Nature: the nature of the cost accounting is narrow, but the nature of the management accounting is a broader scope because it deals with all. Output: that is, the output of the cost accounting can be seen through cost reports and with the help of the cost sheet. But management accounting, they uses budget, they can get the information, that is through they can predict the reports through ratio analysis by forecasting everything. So these are the introduction about the cost accounting. Thank you so much for the patience listening.